beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Aisha, and if you're an existing subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch my video. So in today's video, I'll be talking about how my classes has been so far. So the first week of resumption was actually orientation week. Like, we just had a couple of things, like, okay, talk about yourself and, just knowing each other, right? The second week, guys, that was when I knew that, okay, we have started the main thing. In as much as right now, the classes are different from preparatory classes. Like, when I was in preparatory class, it's just like exercise, like the teacher doesn't do like much of explanation, or we don't have much of this thing that you have to think, right? So right now, this is a different ball game entirely. I'm like, it was stressful at first. Not really stressful, because I was like, oh, I can cope, when you can cope. But at the same time, there are some Romanian words I haven't heard in my life. Not even in my life, like, since when I've started speaking Romania or understanding Romania, there's some words that you'll be like, what is the meaning of this word? Like, you haven't heard it before. So imagine a professor explaining something in class, and you haven't even heard about that particular word before, and you're just trying to like think like, okay, what is this professor trying to say, and all of it. But the fact that I have amazing professors, like, kudos to the professors in my own department. Like, they are very amazing. Though I am not in like the English department of like what I'm studying, but when you have teachers that are like, okay, they are very considerate, and in case you don't understand something, they're like, I don't mind explaining to you in English, so you're going to understand. That is a very good thing, because what is your duty as a teacher or professor and your student don't understand? But yeah, it's in Romanian class, but yeah, they are very amazing. They are so amazing. For them to be able to say that particular thing, that was what even gave me hope, or that was what kept me motivated. I was like, oh, for them to say that they can explain in English if you don't understand, that's a very good thing. So the classes has been so good. I had to do a presentation. Oh my goodness, imagine presentation in Romanian language, guys. Oh my god. I think the first presentation was like a little bit good. I did a research, I make sure I like wrote it, but I was reading it, because sometimes having Romanian, even Romanians they say that they don't speak correct. So, but imagine learning for a good 6 months Romanian language and you don't speak correct. Like, what is the essence of learning Romanian language and you don't speak correct? So most of the time, I'm trying to speak correct, but at the same time, adding it together is not adding. The equation is not equating. So that was it. Like, the classes have been so good, and the fact that we have some materials in English language like makes it so much easy. It's not left to you to do the needful, if you understand. It's like left to you to like read some more books about it in English language, but sometimes they are in English and they are in Romanian language, so it's like, really helpful. Most materials are actually in English, and it's so nice. And the fact that the teachers are considerate, that I'm being specific on that thing, like the fact that they are understanding, that is a kudos to them, very much. And assignments, you can like, Google. No, they said we should not use Google. They said we should not use Google, that Google is not correct. So we have like other sources that we like take information from and all of that. So guys, the classes has been amazing. Like, it has been good. So far, so good. It has been good. So I think the main thing, or the important thing, is just to like study, like, study. But at the same time, at the back of my mind, I'm like, how is the exam going to be? Hey, God. Do you know? I don't want to think about it right now, but at the same time, I'm like, how is the exam going to be? It's a different thing to be able to speak, and it's a different thing to be able to construct, even in English self. I'm adding Nigerian accent or what. But even in English, like, some people can write good English, if you understand. So imagine writing in Romanian, and what if I don't write correct? you know, that thing is at the back of my mind. Like, how am I going to do my exam? The thing is at the back of my head. Like, okay, some people, they don't even write good English. Like, if you're writing like letter, I think it's normal. If you're writing, maybe in school, your teacher asks you to write like letter, and sometimes you still say the letter is not correct. Like, the English that you use is not correct. So imagine in Romanian language, and Romanian language is nowhere close to English. Like, sometimes when you're trying to translate, like, it's like the adding is not adding, the translating is not translating, if you understand. Like, it's just a term. But yeah, that's it. That's it. At the back of my mind, I don't want to think about it, because exam is next year and I do not want to think about how I'm going to write it. But at this time, at this moment, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow, read the materials, and, you know, try to jot some things down. I think that's the main. And the fact that, okay, your presentation, you know, we have a couple of presentations, so you get like points or marks for that presentation. And yeah, it has been good. I feel like I can cope. Yeah, I can cope, and you can also cope if you are determined to do that. So before I end this video, I would like to talk about like the preparatory year. Guys, I got a couple of DMs saying like, oh, it's hard, you're not getting it. Keep being motivated. You can do it. I know it is frustrating. Yeah, it is. I shared my story with you guys, how I cried. It is frustrating. Oh, oh my goodness. But yeah, you guys are going to skip through. Yeah, it is frustrating. But at the same time, my advice to you is that try to talk, try to speak, just try to communicate, right? Because I feel like one thing that didn't help when I was learning the Romanian language was I wasn't, you know, communicating with people. I was scared, like, what if I make a mistake and all of that? Like, you know, what if I make a mistake, and what if people don't, what I'm saying is not correct and all of that. So I was scared. I couldn't talk. So the fact that I was able to work where I worked was only in Romanian language. Like, not like she doesn't understand English, but I think working also helps you, like, oh, where they speak Romanian language, only Romanian language. So imagine I wasn't working, I wouldn't know Romanian language up to now, because the preparatory year was just, okay, giving you assignments, giving you exercises to do. You are not talking, you are not communicating. Yeah, you can't make a complete sentence and all of that. So you guys should just keep being motivated. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.